We are having a busy day today, guys. We have another deck profile. This time it's Dan with
my Hieratic OTK deck.
all right, not hieratic rulers.
No. I built this deck back before Hieratic E-rulers existed.
Thank you.
I've just been keeping it like clean since then.
Keep it clean, bro.
So yeah.
All right, let's get started.
So I'm gonna start out with that basic hand, which is just triple Hieratic Dragon Essence.
Keep flipping them around.
Yeah. This card's good because it's a level 5, but you can normal summon it, but its attack becomes 1,000. Or you can just, regular summon it. But all the Hieratics have that stupid tribute effect where you can just tribute the card, and then you get a normal dragon for your deck, graveyard, or hand, and just special summon it to the field, but his attack becomes 0.
Okay.
And Esset's bonus effect is that he can target a normal dragon on the field, and all Hieratic monsters you control become that level. So you can easily just, if you have a normal dragon on the field already, you can just make him level 6 or level 2 or whatever you need. You'll probably not be making him level 2 or whatever.
No, you never know.
Next I'm running 2 Hieratic Dragon of Nebthet.
Okay.
Which Nebthet can special summon by tributing a Hieratic dragon from your field and just special summon on top of him. It's really kind of tricky because it looks like a normal summon, but you're really just special summoning it.
Okay.
And then you get the monster that you tributed for its effect. Hieratic Dragon of Nebthet can also, you can tribute a monster from your Hieratic monster from your field or hand and destroy your opponent's monster, which is kind of helpful because now you destroyed their monster and you get their plus effect for the tribute effect on the dragon that you use.
It's pretty cool that they're basically mirror images of each other.
Yeah. Next is Hieratic Dragon of Su, which is pretty much almost the same card as Nebthet, except instead of a monster card, you're destroying a spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field.
Okay.
It helps that it's also level 6, so generally you would rather have Su in your hand other than Nebthet. Nebthet's just in there for attack, which is why he's at 2. Because you generally don't want to draw into Nebthet. He's like a card you'll bring out later.
Okay.
Then I've got 3 Hieratic Dragons of Tefnuit, which he's like Cyber Dragon.
That's Tefnuit.
Except he can't attack the turn he's summoned. But you generally don't attack with him anyway. He's just like tribute fodder. You just special summon him and then special summon Su on top of him to get your normal dragon type.
Okay.
Then I'm running triple Card D. Card D is great because you get that consistency that you need. And this is like one of those decks where you could draw one card and then your hand's just broken for no reason.
Trust me, I know.
I've had hands where my hand is abysmally terrible, and then I draw one card and I'm like, this hand is ridiculously broken.
That's the best thing ever. You're like, this hand is garbage. Draw one card. This hand is great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then I'm running Honest. Honest is always a great card. Every monster I'm running is light, with the exception of a few cards, like Card D, but you're not going to Honest with Card D.
Exactly.
Then for my normal dragons lineup, I'm running Watt-tailed Dragon, which is just your basic level 6, 2500 beater.
Okay.
He comes in the packs that the Hieratic Dragons come in, so there's no reason that you shouldn't be running him. Then I'm running Labradite Dragon, because he's a level 6 tuner, and it's ridiculous because the plays you can make off that are just dumb. Running Cursive Dragon, just for to get rid of those stupid plays where you run into Nebthet on the field and you can't do anything. So at least it gives you rank 5 plays off of Cursive Dragon.
Okay.
And then I'm running Galaxy Serpent because a rank 2 or a level 2 tuner is great for when you want to go into something or you have nothing. And since you can always bring him out from your field, you can just he's easy banish fodder if you have Red MD in your hand or something.
Okay.
I'm running Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon because sometimes you run into situations where either one, they have a monster that's annoying and you can't beat over it and you can just banish it with his effect. And 2, you can bring him out even with Hieratic Dragon King of Atum's effect and he's at 0 and just use his effect to banish their monster and bring him back and he'll be at full attack.
Alright, that's pretty good.
Running Red MD.
Obviously.
Pretty much you need to run this card in this deck. Because Hieratic Dragon King of Atum brings out Red MD, and then you can just get a whole field off him. And then my most interesting card for this deck is double Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord.
I love this card. I love it.
Now Exodius is funny because I don't use his effect for any purpose other than the fact that I shuffle every monster in my graveyard into my deck to special summon. Now, normally you wouldn't run that, but in a deck where you're constantly searching through your deck to find monsters and put them out, it really comes in clutch when you can just shuffle your whole grave back into your deck, get your whole engine back in your deck, and then on top of that, he's a level 10, and you can overlay into Gustav Cranon, and that's just stupid.
That's the best. Is that for your monsters?
Yeah.
I could have sworn you had Wicked Avatar for a little bit.
I did, but right now he's sided out for a couple different cards that I'm running.
Okay.
Silly things.
Alright, we'll get to those.
Okay. Just move these, I guess.
Alright. That monster lineup. How many monsters total is that?
I think I'm running around 22.
Okay.
24 monsters.
Okay, that's a pretty hefty monster lineup.
This deck runs mostly monsters just because your whole deck's based around punching your opponent in the face.
Understood.
Okay. For spells, I got triple Hieratic Seal of Convocation. This is by far the best Hieratic support card, with the exception of, I guess, if you're running Hieratic E-Rulers, would be Seal of Ashes. But up until now, Hieratic Seal of Ashes was terrible. There was no reason to run it. But overall, the best support spell card is definitely Convocation. You can add one Hieratic monster from your deck to your hand, and there's other cards like Hieratic Seal Supremacy, but Supremacy just special summons the monster from your hand. You'd much rather have the monster in your hand and be able to use their tribute effects from field than special summon a monster and then do something
Okay.
from nothing.
Understood.
This card can come in really clutch if you have absolutely nothing in your hand and then you just top deck it. It can just absolutely ruin your opponent's deck.
One of those moments where you're like, this hand is garbage. This hand is great.
Yeah. Running double MST. Honestly, I don't really need that many trap or spell and trap destruction. I already have 3 Sue.
Understood.
Sue pretty much is MST by itself.
Okay.
Running 1 Book of Moon. I'm probably gonna side it out at some point, but for now, it's a pretty decent card. You can just, if something has an annoying effect like Drakasak or something, you can just Book of Moon it and then blow it up with an outfit.
Okay.
So that gets around some things. Then I'm running Dark Hole because it's classic. Why not? There's literally no reason not to run Dark Hole in most decks.
Okay.
And then double Wing Beat of Giant Dragon. In a format where Heavy Storm does not exist, it's really handy to have a card where you can not only make plays off its return effect, like Red MD. You can play Red MD, Wing Beat, bring Red MD back to hand, play it again. Or you can just Tefnu it, Wing Beat, special summon Tefnu it again, and blow up their whole spell and traps. Which is, if you're running an OTK deck, you really don't want them to have that.
That hurts. That hurts me a lot.
And just because I can in this deck, I'm running 1 Dragon's Mirror because this card is ridiculously silly. You can just play Dragon's Mirror and summon 5-headed dragon and attack for 5k, which is hilariously silly for no reason.
Well, you know how silly you can get, Dan.
Yeah.
Alright. So the traps?
Yeah. I don't run many traps, but the traps I do are just kind of mostly basic stuff to keep me alive.
Okay.
Running 1 Solemn Warning. Solemn Warning is really helpful to get rid of annoying shit that you don't want to feel.
Okay.
Bottomless Trap Hole, and again, you just want to get rid of their monster before they can go off. Then I'm running double T-Roar because I used to have Mirror Force, but rather than kill their monster, I'd much rather just live the 1 turn so I can explode and destroy their whole field anyway.
That plus card.
Yes. Double Trap Stun. This really helps to keep your own field from getting blown up. That Torrential Tribute at the worst possible time can just absolutely annihilate you.
Alright.
Speaking of which, Torrential Tribute, which will absolutely annihilate people.
No Compulse or anything like that?
I have Compulse, but right now it's sided because I'm just trying out other things. I have it sided out for Bottomless right now, but I can always just put it back in if I wanted to.
Okay.
I would just go on this extra deck.
Alright. This extra deck.
triple Hieratic Dragon King of Atum.
Because why not?
Because this card's great. This card is just detach one, special summon any dragon from your deck. Its attack and defense becomes 0. Its effects aren't negated, so you can special summon anything in your deck that has something ridiculous, like some ridiculous effect, like Galaxy Eyes or Red MD. You're almost always probably going to go into Red MD. But say you have Red MD in your hand, you could bring out Galaxy Eyes, or you could just bring out Nibthit. I actually played one of my friends the other day, like a while ago, where he had 3 monsters on board. I was able to summon 2 Atums by using, I used the first Atum to bring out Nibthit, destroy one of his monsters, special summon a card off that Nibthit, special summon on top of said Nibthit, bring out another level 6 and another monster, special summon another Atum, then use special summon a second Nibthit to destroy his second monster, and then overlay for Volcasaurus and destroy his last monster, and then attack for game. So there's plays you can make on this card for almost forever, as long as you have monsters.
Well, Atum can attack the turn it activates the effect, so I'm certain you're going to show us how you're going to kill people with that.
Triple Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger.
There you go.
There's really silly plays you can make with this card, especially you can banish it, summon Red MD from your hand, bring back Atum, just overlay for it again. It's just one of those silly cards that it's almost always on the field once you have it. And I have other cards you can use onto it.
Okay.
Like Consular Ptolemy M7. You use it to bounce Red MD from your grave, and then, or on the field when it's attack 0, and then just summon it on top of Gaia Thunder, and then summon Gaia Thunder again. And then you just attack for game because that's already over 8k right there.
Yeah, probably.
I've got Volcasaurus for when I have a rank 5 play that I can make. It just makes the deck so I don't run into Nibthit as I was saying before, where you have Nibthit on the field and nothing to summon into because you don't have anything. So having Curse of Dragon and Hieratic Dragon of Nibthit just makes it a lot easier when you have a card like Volcasaurus.
Okay.
And again with that I've got Pleiades, Consular Pleiades. You'd probably only be able to go into him if you have Esset and Curse of Dragon on field, or if you somehow summon Nibthit and Esset, or 2 Nibthits, because they're both lights, because he requires lights. Mm-hmm. But he's just an overall really good card, and when you are able to summon him, he comes in clutch. You can just bounce anything during your opponent's turn, or during your turn.
Okay.
So you can also use that on Red MD if he's on your field, so other ways to get Red MD into your hand. I've got Photon Strike Bouncer, it's just a solid card. He's a card I might side out if I had something else to put him there, but for now, he's just a good rank 6 that does a good effect and shuts down a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And I've got Gustav Max
because of the funny place.
Because of Exodius, and Hieratic OTK is one of those decks where you might run into a situation where they might be at 1,000 life points left, or you're just barely able to get them really low. And then being able to just summon Exodius, overlay for rank 10, and then detach for 2,000. Most people aren't really prepared for you to just do that, because they're not expecting to have Exodius, the ultimate Forbidden Lord, in your deck.
I highly doubt that.
So, yeah, it's just a fun, silly card to have. And he's a 3,000 beater and can attack the turn he uses an effect, so it's stupidly good. Mm-hmm. Black Rose Dragon.
Okay.
I got Galaxy Serpent, so there's no reason to not be able to not do that. It literally would take all of just summoning a card and then tributing for it. Have a level 5, sync for 7, bring them out. It's really easy.
Okay.
Stardust, again, it's one of those cards, easy to bring out, good effect. There's no reason not to run it.
Okay.
Helps protect, it's especially good if you can bring them out first turn and just protect your field from getting blown up. And I got Star Eater. That's why I run Labradite Dragon. You can bring him out turn 1 super easy.
Him in a 5. That's all you need.
Yeah. And then just because I could, 5-headed dragon. I'm running the 1 Dragon's Mirror, and this is just an extremely silly card. And for that, I just love putting him in deck for no reason. I literally played a duel the other day where it was just I Dragon's Mirror, I top deck Dragon's Mirror, attack for game with my 5,000 5-headed dragon, and my opponent couldn't do anything, so I win.
Alright, quick question. Have you ever considered cards like Gauntlet Launcher or Adrius?
I actually have an Adrius. I don't have a Gauntlet Launcher, but I mean, I know a friend that has one. It's a card that I could run, but honestly, I have other ways to blow stuff up, so it's not really something I really need. It's just like something I could throw in if I really wanted to.
Okay.
I have like a small sideboard deck, but it's not really complete as per se.
Okay, well, just show what you got.
I got Compulse, you know, I had that. Double Breakthrough.
Okay.
I have Goes in Matches. I do not know where I got them from. They kind of randomly appeared in my deck box, and I was like, okay, I have these, so I'll just throw them my side. I'm not sure. I'd probably side out Goes in Match for something else, but it's just a card I have, and it could work.
Okay.
Rivalries I like better because all my cards are Dragon, so it doesn't hurt me at all. But against cards like Madolches, which will just shuffle my cards back into my deck, it just like really annoys them to have rivalries on the field since a lot of their cards are just other types.
Alright.
Mind Drain, I'd probably combine this with Soul Drain just to shut down a lot of decks, because if you can't use your hand and you can't use your graveyard, then that really annoys people. But again, that also might hurt me if I can't use like Honest or anything. But then again, I can tribute from field to hand, or hand to field, and that just like that doesn't Mind Drain doesn't stop me, and that makes me sense.
Okay.
On the other hand, Soul Drain would probably really hurt my deck, so I might not run that card because then I can't get my tribute effects. But I guess
True.
it really depends on what I'm playing.
True.
Running double Imperial Iron Wall, another card that just shuts down a lot of decks.
Okay.
And then I have one Overworked, but I'd probably be running two. I don't have it right now. I also have Shadow Imprisonings, but one of my friends has them right now, so.
Okay.
And then I just have Neospatian, Grand Mole, to get over annoying stuff like Master Key Beetle, but Safe Zone.
Oh, the funny text.
And then I have one Effect Failure, which I only have one Effect Failure, so
Okay.
he's in my side because I might just take out Dragon's Mirror if I want to run the one with Effect Failure. But honestly, Effect Failure at 1, you're almost never going to draw into him.
Okay.
So he's just going to sit in my side for now.
Alright. Any final comments on the deck?
It's really silly. I really enjoy this deck. As a first deck I actually built, it's just like something I like. I kind of have an attachment to. So to see, although I do benefit from the fact that most of my extra deck cards have gone up in price because of Hieratic E-Drags, I really hate E-Drags, and I really hope they get banned. I'd really like to see my deck back to the way it's supposed to be played. And,
We all do. We're all hoping for you.
I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm sure some people are going to get a few chuckles out of this.
So yeah, leave your comments in the comment section.
Like, subscribe. You know the jizz.
Best
You
card
know
on
the
the deck.
jizz.
Best card on the deck.
Ian's going to shank you for that.
On that Dark World Lightning OP.
Yeah, why? Yeah, what? Yeah, why the hell not? All right.
My good cards. That's something I don't care about.
And that's Dan for you. All right. Thank you, guys. See you.